Welcome back to Dawn Patrol. We are really excited this morning because joining us, we've got a lady who has been tearing up events all year long. She's currently ranked number 4th in the world, but she is threatening those top 3 spots each and every event and definitely in this world title race. Let's give a big welcome to Bianca Buitendag. Thanks so much for joining us, Bianca.
Thank you for having me.
You look fantastic this morning.
Yeah, I was about to say, Bianca, you mentioned as you're stepping onto the desk, we've traveled from California. It's halfway across the world. It's like upside down. We're talking about being prepared for competition. So just tell me from your side, that feeling of coming to Portugal and where you're at the moment.
I think we're all a bit confused. I mean, we jump in here straight after Trestles, and the flight's long. Our flight got delayed, so it was quite a struggle getting here. And I said, like I mentioned, Rose, I slept for 4 hours last night, and the night before wasn't much better. So at the moment I'm a bit confused, and I need sleep for sure. So I'm quite stoked that it's late day today.
You have really been tearing things up all season long, especially in the last few events. You've either been semifinals or finals. We're really noticing it feels very switched on for you with your surfing. What has changed, if you are able to pinpoint anything for us, because we're obviously noticing the difference?
That is a good question. I haven't really put my finger on it exactly, but I have a feeling that it has to do with confidence in your own ability. I mentioned it to Strider, I think, and I said, not worrying about other people's performances and just focusing on what you can improve and you can do, and just not giving up with the small fine tunings, and approaching every event like it's the first and the last. It's very important to block out everything before and everything after and just focus on that moment.
That's a really interesting point.
And we're watching your final berth here at Trestles, and I know that was your 3rd final in a row, and I know you mentioned it in Fiji, but to take, making a final but then to convert that to a win, what do you think it's going to take for you to take home that trophy?
Wow, it's much harder than what I thought, I think. I've made 3 finals now, and I haven't won, so I can't tell you exactly what it takes. But I know, I remember watching Sally in Fiji, and after the hooter blew of the final, I was obviously against her, and I could just see all this emotion just coming out. So the build-up of that emotion must definitely be for a reason, for the drive, and I think it takes much more drive and hunger than what I've expected. And so I think it comes with experience too. Sally's been on tour for 6 years, and someone experienced like that obviously knows what to expect. So I'm hoping just to build up experience, and hopefully one day something happens.
And we talk about Fiji, and you had that beautiful final, but it was also so apparent how comfortable you felt in the bigger conditions. At Cloudbreak it really seemed to suit you. So do you think that those events where you get fired up, it's because you look at the conditions and you like, well, this is what I love to do. I love to surf. These are the waves that I enjoy.
Definitely, the waves definitely have an influence. You walk down to the beach like in Trestles, you're on the buggy, and you have your mom and your team and your coach, and you're just in this really healthy environment, and you put your headphones on and you're stretching and you're just thinking to yourself, I love doing this, and I'm so lucky to be here, so let's just go for it.
And Bianca, Rosie mentioned it, your comfort level. That's something that's really kind of taken me aback a little bit this year, is just the comfort that you have, and we're wondering what that's attributed to. We obviously noticed that you have a great friendship with Joanne DeFay on tour. You also have your boyfriend Lucas, who's been with you at every event, and you just seem to be so at peace and just very strong. What is that attributed to?
I could say that it's attributed to people, but I would be lying. I feel like God has a hand on my life. He's put people in my life to comfort me, but he's ultimately been my comfort. I just wake up and totally in awe of what he's doing and the position I'm in, and I think that gratefulness towards that gives you a comfort for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And we also mentioned, your Joanne, being a great friend with Joanne, you have to compete with her at the same time. You made the semi-finals with her in Fiji. You got one over her, but then I think the beautiful thing, the final that you guys shared at the US Open, and just the relationship that you guys have formed traveling in Europe together as juniors, and now on the world stage. You mentioned that you love surfing so much. How much more fun is it when you're surfing against your best friend?
I know, it's too good to be true. The first time I met Joanne was actually just the country next door. And it was one of the ISA World Juniors. I think we were 13 or 14. So we've definitely walked a long path together through ups and downs, for sure the QS is a struggle. So yeah, she's seen me at my best and my worst, and she's always just been really consistent and honest towards me. And it's not often that you can get a real friendship like that, especially traveling and having someone in the same time zone as you all the time. And yeah, I just think we free surf together, we push each other, we have a laugh. I think I laugh more with her than I do with anyone else. And we take competition seriously, obviously, but there's a lightheartedness about it too, you know. And I think we both have a really open-minded perspective about a lot of things, so that helps a lot. We don't get too caught up.
We've been talking a lot about your Instagram kind of before you joined us, and how Rosie and I are really impressed with the photos that you take, and we need a little Instagram help. You do a really good job of following the tour and just giving everybody an insight into your journey. Give us some photo help and some Instagram help. You're doing it all right, and we need some tips here.
I need all the help I can get. I'm just going along with it. I don't know, just be yourself, be real. There's not much realness and genuineness on social media, so the realer you get, the more refreshing it is. And yeah, fakeness or pretense has never inspired anyone, so just be real.
And also, Bianca, I know that, you know, it's so surf-centric the way that we live our lives, but you seem to have such a great balance. You're into photography, you've got, you know, your boyfriend with you, you've got good friends that surround you. How do you keep that balance? I know that you're also studying at the moment.
Balance is key. I wouldn't say, I think I'm quite bad at it actually. I just think not to get too caught up in one thing, because you're missing out on so much more. And I have my boyfriend traveling with me, which brings a whole different aspect of life on tour. I have my mom sometimes coming with, which is the family aspect. I'm studying, which is a bit of an intellectual aspect. So I think the more you broaden your horizon, the more of a chance or inspiration you can get in every field. I don't know really. I don't know. I'm just trying out different things and seeing what works.
Yeah, that's so amazing, just to find, you know, something that really, that you enjoy and that you're passionate about in every aspect. And I think, you know, we're looking at your results at the moment. I mean, you finished 8th in the world in your rookie season, Rookie of the Year. You finished 7th the next year. Finishing in the top 10 is an amazing achievement. Right now, you're sitting 4th. I mean, you're really in that top 5, which is massive. Can we see you going for a world title this year? What are your goals?
Oh wow. I'm actually quite what's the word? I'm quite surprised I've come this far. First year on tour was just, wow, you're on tour, you know, like all this hard work on the QS is paid off, now what? So I had to like kind of find my feet, and yeah, I had a lot of learning to do the first year, second year included. And this year I feel like I've just found my place to a certain extent. But I am just taking one day at a time, focusing more on more things than just the heat. And I don't know, it seems to be paying off. I think I wish I had an answer for you, but I really don't.
For me, the talent and everything is there. I think, you know, you just have to go for it. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, Bianca. And I am so honored to be sitting here on the desk with 2 women who are really making the South Africans back home very, very proud. Thank you guys so much. After the break, we will come back with more Dawn Patrol. We'll see you there.